What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. In this video I'm just going to show you a historic coal town here in north central Pennsylvania. We're in Peele, Pennsylvania. We're close to Peele. Peele is an old coal mining town that's over 175 years old, and it's located near Drifting, Pennsylvania. And right now I'm standing on the bank of the Moshannon Creek, which is a really beautiful river that is partially contaminated due to all the coal mining that was going on here over the last 150 or so years. It has a little bit of acid mine drainage. It's not terrible in this section, but further upstream, the whole river is basically red. You can actually see like some of the rocks there have a reddish color, and that's from the acid mine drainage. Like I said, it's not terribly contaminated in this section, but further upstream, it's all red. You can actually see the reddish hue there. That's from the iron from the acid mine drainage. If you don't know what it is, acid mine drainage is just basically when there's any kind of large strip mine or excavation of some kind. They're digging out the earth for something. What happens is it stirs up the earth and dislodges a lot of different minerals that normally would be contained in the earth, but the excavation process dislodges all these minerals, and then they run off into local streams and rivers, and you get acid mine drainage. It's typically like an iron deposit, and that iron gets into the water and it causes acidic water, and basically fish can't survive in those really acidic environments. But here you can see the river's basically reclaimed itself. The water's not too red over here, as you can see, but there is some reddish hue over here on the banks, on the rocks. You can see the reddish color there, but it's a really beautiful area here. But this historic coal town, Peele, 150 plus years old. Initially, Peele was built for the deep mines in the area, and then after the deep mines were all mined out, the entire town was literally bulldozed and turned into a strip mine. There were actually hundreds of people that lived in Peele, hundreds of houses. There were churches, there was a post office. It was pretty cool. And then they just basically built right on top of it. So I'll show you guys some more footage here of the river. It's pretty cool. So there were deep mines right next to Peele, and then when they mined out those deep mines, there was no coal left. They bulldozed the whole town and turned it into a giant strip mine in the 20th century, and the strip mine closed down in the 90s, and now it's a giant piece of just vacant land. But here you can see the Moshannon Creek. Now this water's not contaminated, but that big river is partially contaminated. You can actually see the iron deposits on the bridge. Wow, look at this, guys. Real fast moving water here. You can actually see some iron deposits here, look. See on the rocks, some iron deposits. See that reddish color over here. The wildlife in this area are black bear, elk, white-tailed deer, and your other typical eastern wildlife. And some people, including myself, believe that there's mountain lions and possibly the occasional wolf in this area. There's been a lot of mountain lion sightings in this part of Pennsylvania. All across Pennsylvania, there's been a lot of mountain lion sightings over the last 30 or so years. But let me show you guys Peele, Pennsylvania. Really creepy place. There's still some structure standing over there. And this is one of the churches that the people of Peele would go to. It's the St. Severin's Log Church. It's a historic church from 1851. I did a separate video on this church. You can check it out. It's a Catholic church built by the Germans in 1851. It's absolutely insane. So this is where the giant strip mine is. This isn't where Peele is. This is right next to Peele. This whole area was strip mined out. Massive strip mine here. You can see it's all reclaimed. You can see down there all the open fields. This is all a giant strip mine. Now it's a haven for deer and elk. They love these open fields. Gigantic strip mine here, absolutely insane. Where the mined out areas there. These beautiful hemlocks here. More of the strip mine up on the right here. These cleared out areas. More of the strip mine here. So we're getting close to Peele. This is still all the old strip mine. This area wasn't mined out, but the surrounding hillsides were. You see these really thick hemlocks here, real thick ravine. But all the hillsides here were mined out. There's giant open fields. See over here, the hillside is all mined out over there. Look at that. This whole hillside mined out. You can see the yellow grass there. It looks yellow from here, but underneath that yellow grass is actually really fresh green hay that you can't see. And that just lures in all the elk and deer and everything. But there's this really thick ravine here. Look at all the hemlocks here, and this just goes like straight down. It's really steep. That's why they didn't mine this particular section here. More of the mine over here. Some kind of abandoned truck. It's crazy. So this is all part of the mine. So you can see this giant strip mine here, guys. Check it out. Absolutely insane. And then here you can see the other side of this ravine here that was mined out. All those open fields there, all mined out. Massive strip mine here, absolutely massive. It's like the biggest strip mine I've ever seen. Some kind of old barn here, but this is where the town was. There were hundreds of houses here. There was a post office, everything. The whole town was right here. And then it was just demolished and turned into this big strip mine that you see over here. This whole area. There's another building over here, some kind of old building, but let's explore what's over here. This is interesting. Look at this. Wow. It's crazy. It's actually in pretty decent shape, to be honest. You could camp out over here under this roof. Wow. Look at this. It's creepy in there, huh? We got this old shack over here. That's pretty much all that's left of Peele. Town was all over here in this area. It's crazy. And if you hike around in the woods here, you can find like structures and stuff in the woods, foundations and things like that, but for the most part, the whole town was just bulldozed, and then the area here was strip mined out. It's crazy. So that was Peele. We're driving on the outskirts of Peele now. This is where the town was, somewhere in these woods. We're heading back down to the Moshannon Creek. Look at this big pile of overburden. When they were mining the area, they just dumped everything here. Big pile of crushed stone. That's crazy looking. Huge pile. Wow. Surprisingly, this stream is not contaminated. You know, it flows right through the mine. I think that's the Moravia Creek, I think it is. So we're down in this gorge here, check it out. This is the Moshannon Creek right here. Look at this. Wow. This rocky mess here. This is a popular local off-road spot right here. So the Moshannon Creek is over there, and the town of Peele was all over this area. It's a popular off-road spot here. You can see it's a real rocky trail. A lot of guys go off-roading here with their side-by-sides, Jeeps, trucks, but today I'm not going there. Walk down to the bridge here. It's a real old bridge. Look at this spring here. It's a lot of four-wheeler clubs and side-by-side clubs in this area. Someone shot the sign. It's typical. Look at this old bridge. This is crazy. This bridge is insane. This is the Moshannon Creek. Still got some ice here. Didn't melt. I really want to. This old bridge. Look at this. It's crazy. It's still holding up. Got these fresh new guardrails here. This is the Moshannon Creek right here. Really beautiful. It's hard to imagine that these coal mines were in this area. This whole land was ravaged. You can see some of the acid mine drainage there. Some of that reddish hue. But in general, it's not too bad. For the most part, it's pretty clean. It's crazy. Look at how the concrete here is wearing away. It's kind of scary driving over this bridge, to be honest. You never know how long it's gonna last. Look at this. Wow. that beautiful stream down there, guys. Waterfall. There's another pile of overburden here. This whole mountain here looks like a little mountain or hill. It's all overburden. So this is where Peele was. You can see the strip mine in the back there. It's that old house. +100 years of mining in this area. It's crazy. Now it's just vacant land.